God's gospel through Jesus Christ is what we witness. It's what we live for. It's who we live for. Not a blooming religion. This is far from a religion. This is a lifestyle. This is your life. Not just something you do on Sunday mornings. Let me tell you the good news. Pause. If you're in this room right now and you think your good can outweigh your bad, you're wrong. We're all sinners. The gospel says, the word of God says that we are all created in God's image, but we all also have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. No matter if you are a rapist, murderer, child molester, or you are a religious person that thinks that their good can outweigh the bad, sinner. Sinner. And your one sin, a white lie or rape or murder, separates you from the love of God, period, the end. But God, being rich in mercy and full of grace, and his great love for you demonstrates that he loves you by dying on the cross. I'm going to pause, and I want to emphasize what happened on the cross. When Jesus took his last breath, he wasn't one of these, I'm going to tack you up there and everything's going to be A-okay. He's just going to die because he's hungry. That's not what happened. Prior to it, his body was ripped to shreds. He was hanging naked on the cross. They hung him and beat him and abused him and mocked him. Ladies and gentlemen, ultimately, he was laid willingly, notice, willingly at the altar of death for you and for me, sinful people. He was that lamb that was placed upon the altar. He was that lamb that was placed there for you and for me. Ladies and gentlemen, not only did he die, he was slaughtered for you and for me. And what do we do with this cross that we bear here and around our neck and the 17 tattoos that you wear? You're like, I'm going to be unashamed for the gospel. I'm going to wear my little crucifix cross and I'm going to have the tattoos down my arm. Cool, dandy, and everything, but does your life represent it? If your life represented, Christ says to take up your cross daily, being willing to die for your faith in Jesus Christ. And these martyrs did, and their blood was there, and they're shouting out. Hear me clearly, the gospel is less of a religion, it's more of a sacrifice for you and for me. But you want good news? Jesus did not stay dead. He rose with power and authority from the grave. He's like, yes, the sacrifice. Yes, I was slaughtered. And that was the plan the entire time. But I'm going to raise from the dead so that you and I have a witness to the resurrection.